What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today on Flake Garage we're going to be adding a dual USB charger to Brian's Hardbody. This is going to be a similar process like we did on the Mazda B2000. So if you haven't checked that one video out and you want to see how to do it on that specific mini truck, click to the link above. We'll link to that one right there. Otherwise, this is going to be on the D21 Hardbody. We're going to show you real quick. First thing we're going to do is take the bezel out so we can get access to the cigarette lighter, and then we're going to be installing this into it. Let's do it. So first things first, inside the truck we took out our bezel out of the way. We have a couple of other stuff that we taken out right now because we're doing another different install, but for this one all you need is this bezel, and then we're gonna remove our cigarette lighter from there. Then we should have this plug back here. So we're gonna get our power and ground from here, so we don't have to splice into this harness at all. You know I don't like doing that, so we're gonna put a male end that's gonna fit on both of these ones, and then we're gonna run our wire into this. For this one we will have to Dremel out this hole a little bit because our plug is just a little bit too big, so it doesn't 100% fit right now. So we're gonna go ahead and Dremel this, make it a little bit bigger, and then put it in that place. So let's do it. Alright guys, so here we have the piece. So you can see our dual USB charger is right on place. We did have to Dremel a little bit more for this bezel compared to the Mazda, because on the back of it, whenever you take your cigarette lighter, there's actually a plastic kind of surround that goes here. You are going to have to Dremel that out of the way. Once you're out of the way, you can put this here, and then you can put the little locking piece on the back, little nut right there. So keep that in mind. You will have to Dremel all of that, but once you Dremel it out and you make the front of it a little bit bigger, it goes right into place, and look at that, looks great, pretty good. Now we have to do wiring for here. All we're gonna do is we're gonna run some male ends so we can use the factory one, and then use the harness that came with that one, plug it right into here. The other thing we are gonna add to the wiring harness from this one is gonna be the underground body lights that Brian has, that you've seen in our previous video. You can check that one on the top. But basically we're gonna plug that in here so it's constant, and then it's all nice and tight without us having to use the cigarette lighter, because we don't have a cigarette lighter anymore. So let's do it. All right guys, here we have our power and ground cable. As you can see, this is gonna go for our dual USB charger. It has an inline fuse in here just in case it wants to overload or anything like that. And then this longer cable that's also power and ground with an inline fuse as well is gonna be our basically our powering our underbody lights in here. So this is ready to go. This can plug into the factory harness, and we won't have to splice anything in there. It's just gonna plug and play, and then the other ends of this is gonna plug and play to both the underground lights and the dual USB charger. So that's gonna be all ready to go. All right guys, here we have our bulb meter. We plugged in our wires where they need to go, just to make sure. We're gonna double test it real quick. If we turn our key, we start seeing some bolts right there. Look at that, awesome. We already tested the lights as well, and they definitely come on. You might have to be able to see it here. Let's see, on. Boom, there it is. You can see in the reflection of the controller. So everything is working good here with the bulb meter and the lights. So we're basically ready to put all this back in place, and we are pretty much done. So let's do it. Alright guys, so here we have the USB dual charger. It's all plugged in, everything is back in place. It came out pretty nicely. We like how it looks right here. If I can get it to focus here. We left the cover on. We have our two plugs in there, And then let me put the key on here real quick. Turn it on so you guys can see. So there we have it. It is on. It's showing 12.4. Might be a little bit hard to see, but 12.4 charges the phone just fine. So it's working great right now. But yeah, that's all there is to installing this. Hopefully you guys like what we're doing right now, and hopefully this video helps you out if you're thinking about doing this dual USB charger. And we got more videos coming up, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys hopefully on the next one. Bye.